Hello and welcome to Prague. Today I'm going to limit myself to just 25 euros spending money for the entirety of the day. I'm particularly excited about this challenge. I'm a firm believer that you can travel and have a great time whilst exploring somewhere new without breaking the bank. So let's put that theory to test. Let's go explore this incredible place and spend just 25 euros doing so. Let's go. Alright, I've just found a small supermarket just off the main square. I'm going to grab myself some food, try and keep it cheap. So we have a few options. I think I'll opt for fruit and a pot of yogurt, which should be nice and cheap. So I found this. €25, which is almost bang on €1. So let's grab one of those. And let's also get some fruit. So there are bananas just around the corner here, so I'm going to grab one of those. Let's see how much this comes to. That came to around roughly €1.80. So that's going to really free up some funds for later. Particularly save myself some money for some Czech beers. Fantastic result. So for now, I'm going to enjoy this and let's go explore. I've just found a coffee shop and there's a coffee for under €2. So I've gone for an espresso, which is 45 Czech koruna. So that's around €1.70, I believe. Take a look at this. Now that I've had some food and a coffee, I've opened up a window of free time where I don't need to spend any money, so perfect opportunity to check out Old Town. It's going to be expensive there, so the fact that I've already eaten and the fact that I've already had a coffee prevents me from going above my budget. So with that being said, let's head into Old Town Square. This city is lovely. So I've just been walking along the river, enjoying the view, which is obviously a nice free activity. And I'm almost arriving at Charles Bridge, which is just ahead of me. And if you look closely, you'll be able to see Prague Castle. So I'll just give you guys a view of that. So here's Prague Castle, and then the bridge just over there. Incredible view. So my plan of action is to finish up this walk along the river, go to Charles Bridge, explore that for a short period of time, and try and get a better view of the castle. And yeah, just keep up the free activities. There's so much to see in Prague without spending any money. So I'm going to keep that up and eventually find myself a nice local Czech beer. Alright, so I've just arrived at Charles Bridge and the views look insane. So I'm just at the entrance here. I'm gonna take a look, see all the sights, enjoy the views. I don't know how much I'll record here because it's chaotic how busy it is. But I'll try and get some of the chaos and some of the nice views for you. Let's get in there. Oh, baby. What a nice addition. Such a pleasant atmosphere on this bridge. I mean, the queues can't be ignored. The crowd's absolutely chaotic. But other than that, I mean, look how peaceful this looks. It's such a beautiful day.
Silla ja asjade kaunistustega ka.
For the first time today, I've been tempted to buy something. That was a homemade ceramic flute with instructions on how to play. That was €15. I don't know why I want to play one of those, but definitely consider it.
Prague, the best city ever.
Best city in the world.
Come to Prague.
Thank you, my brother. You too. It's currently around 2:30 PM and I've seen Old Town Square, I've seen the bridge, Charles Bridge. I've enjoyed a walk along the river and enjoyed a nice view of the castle. And I've only spent about €3 so far, so I feel like I'm ahead of schedule. So That being said, I think I've earned myself a Czech beer, so I'm gonna go find a nice bar somewhere nearby, have a beer, regroup, and then figure out where to go from here. So I found myself a local beer spot, so it's 49 for one beer, which is pretty much bang on €2. Got a sign here. That's amazing. It's €2 well spent. I'm just arriving at the Lenin Wall, which is something I've wanted to see for many, many years. So during the communist regime that swept through Czechoslovakia at the time, John Lennon was assassinated, and this was like a peaceful protest from the local people who during the time were not allowed to listen to Western music. So this was kind of just a peaceful protest from activists of free speech, and yeah, this is the present day. I don't think the original portrait which was drawn, I think it started off as a portrait and a couple of powerful quotes from the music of John Lennon. Now it's a bit more present day art, and yeah, it's surrounded by people taking pictures, but I'll just give you a quick glimpse. I've been unintentionally but gladly doing a Beatles tour around Europe. So a couple of days ago I was in Reeperbahn, which is where the Beatles performed a lot of their first gigs. It's a hectic place. It's often referred to as the most sinful mile, which is essentially a mile-long red light district where absolutely anything goes. It's one of the most chaotic and just crazy places I've ever been. So I did post a vlog there. I will drop in the link here if that sounds interesting to you. I would definitely check that one out. Reeperbahn's one of the most wild places I've ever been. So I've walked the entire city today, so I'm gonna give my legs a well-earned break and get the trams. I'm just gonna figure out this machine here and catch one of those communist-style trams that's just pulled behind me. So for 30 minutes I can go anywhere by public transport for 30 krona, so that is about just over €1. So let's figure this out. I've officially ticked off everything that I hope to see and do today. It's been an incredible day actually. It's a lovely city. So I have quite a bit of money to spare, and I've specifically held that aside ready for a nice local Czech meal. So, plan of action, I'm just doing some research now, trying to find local food. I want something that, I want to find somewhere there's zero tourists in there, just Czech people, only Czech food, only Czech beer. And I want it slightly off the beaten track, so I'm going to walk just a little bit to try and find that. I have no doubt there'll be plenty in Prague. I find that if you just venture 10 minutes away from the main square, it's usually an absolute bargain. So that's the plan. Let's find some food. I've just walked past a restaurant, and hopefully you can see it. It says cheapest beer, big sign in the background. So I've checked the menu and had a look inside. It looks perfect. So you've got stuff like roasted duck for I think €8, maybe 10, and then cheap local beers, I think they're about €2. So let's get in, take a look. Food has arrived. I've almost finished my beer, so I've just ordered one more. So I'm going to have nice fresh beer with my meal. Food's looking good. We've got duck, red cabbage, and the traditional Czech potato dumplings, which just look like bread to be honest, but they're lovely. That meal came to a total of 16 euros. 16.87 to be precise. So that was for a delicious local authentic meal and 2 Czech beers. Not bad. The local cuisine here isn't my favorite in the world. I mean, it's not bad, but I do really like the duck. So that was a solid option, and for cheap. It was only 12 euros for that, and 16 euros plus the drinks. I don't feel like I've restricted myself too much today. I feel like I've had a really good tourist day. I've absolutely loved being in Prague today. And yeah, like I said, just without spending the money hasn't been an issue whatsoever. And I do strongly believe that that's possible anywhere in the world. You can always enjoy somewhere on a budget. So don't let that restrict you in any way. Anyway, I think my plan from here, I have a lot of editing to do, and I'm so sleep deprived from the excessive amount of travel I've crammed in over the last couple of weeks. So I'll probably call it a night here. Might squeeze in one last beer with that extra €3 buffer I have, but yeah, I mean, nothing too exciting from here, so I'll call it a night. Anyway, I have a lot of exciting stuff in the pipeline, many countries in the next few months, and all sorts of exciting parts of the world, so stay tuned for that, and until then, goodbye.